Good morning, students of class 8th. Today in the class, we discussed modal auxiliaries, which is chapter 11 from your English language book. And I'll be revising in this video, I'll be revising modal auxiliaries to the point that we have covered in today's lecture. Modal auxiliaries. Auxiliary verbs are helping verbs. So as you know that there are certain words which are verbs. So verbs are what? Verbs are doing words. Verbs like work, go, think, dance, sing, eat, all of these are doing words. What do they do? They help identify what the person or the thing is doing. Auxiliary verbs are helping verbs. So these are certain verbs which help the main verbs. They help other verbs to form tenses, voices, and moods. So auxiliary verbs, they help the main verbs to form tenses, voices, and moods. For example, she is cooking, they are cooking, she was cooking, she has been cooking. So all these are the auxiliary verbs which help the main verb into identifying their tenses. And the voices, the active and passive voices. So they are used to form tenses, active and passive voices, questions, and the negatives. They change their form according to the tense, number, and person of the subject. For example, again here we will see she is cooking. So is for the singular person, she is a single person and she is cooking. They are to be honored this week. So they are plural and are is used for plural. So they are to be honored this week. She has worked hard whole week. So all these, the highlighted ones, the blue ones, are the auxiliary verbs. They are the primary auxiliary verbs. Now, the modal auxiliaries are the verbs which do not change in this way. So, modal auxiliaries are verbs used before ordinary verbs to express different meanings such as permission, possibility, ability, necessity, certainty, obligation, etc. So, there are some words like be, have, and do, which are primary auxiliaries, which also change their tenses, which also change their forms to tell the tenses. जैसे जो primary auxiliary words हैं like be, have, and do, they change their tenses, change their forms to show the tenses. Modal auxiliaries जो होते हैं, they do not change in any manner. They always remain constant. They are used to express different meanings, majorly like permission, possibility, ability, necessity, certainty, and obligation, etc. So learn these things. So whenever the situation is something like this, we use modal auxiliaries. Some of the modal auxiliaries are can, could, shall, should, may, might, must, will, would, ought to, and need to. So these words are modal auxiliary words. So whenever you have to find a modal auxiliary verb, you will always have to look for these words: can, could, shall, should, may, might, must, will, would, ought to, and need to. So these are the verbs that you need to find. And there are certain situations under which we find modal auxiliaries. For example, a permission or a possibility or an advice, ability, necessity. So these are the situations जिसके अंदर हमें modal auxiliary verbs ढूंढने होते हैं. For example, he may come tonight. Possibility, वो आ सकते हैं, वो नहीं भी आ सकते हैं. So he may come tonight. You are weak in this subject. You ought to see a teacher. Advice. So like your mother or your principal or your adult gives you this advice that if you are weak in some subject, you ought to ask doubts. If you don't understand this chapter, you ought to ask doubts. So this is an advice which I am giving you, and so in the scenario of giving an advice, we use modal auxiliaries. May I come in? A permission, a very formal, informal, any kind of permission uses modal auxiliaries. So exercise A is your homework. Do it with a pencil. I'll discuss them later. Notice how the meaning of the statement changes with the use of modals. Now, later in the chapter, we will learn how we use different modals in different situations. So, some of them can be used interchangeably, जैसे can, may, might, can, could, will, would, out to, need to. So these are some modals जो कि हम interchangeably use कर सकते हैं, but there are still certain rules where we use all the modals. So that we learn later in the chapter. I can go to school, possibility, मैं स्कूल जा सकती हूँ. I may go to school, again expressing possibility, मैं स्कूल जा सकती हूँ. Now, there's a difference between can and may. Can is used in a very informal situation. जैसे आप लोग अगर घर पे हैं तो घर पे आप बोल सकते हो कि हाँ आज मैं स्कूल जा सकती हूँ, I can go to school. But if you are in school and if a period is going on and you have to ask your teacher for a washroom break, you will say, ma'am, may I go to the washroom? Because that is a very formal setting and formal setting में हमेशा हम may use करते हैं. I might go to school, third one. Expressing somewhat lower possibility. Now might becomes a little unsure. Can and may थोड़ा श्योरिटी दिखाता है कि हाँ ठीक है, आई कैन गो, मैं जा सकती हूँ, नहीं जा सकती हूँ, जा सकती हूँ. आई माइट गो टू स्कूल इज़ अ वेरी वेरी लोअर पॉसिबिलिटी, बहुत ही कम पॉसिबिलिटी होती है. आई विल गो टू स्कूल, एक्सप्रेसिंग फ्यूचर इंटरेस्ट, जाऊँगी मैं स्कूल, लाइक दैट इज़ फ्यूचर, सिंपल फ्यूचर. आई शुड गो टू स्कूल, एक्सप्रेसिंग माइल्ड ऑब्लिगेशन. नाउ शुड, जहाँ पे भी वर्ड शुड आता है, दैट मीन्स it's an obligation. Like I should go to school, it is a good habit to go to school every morning, but I am feeling very sleepy, but I should go to school. I could go to school, again expressing possibility. I would go to school, expressing reservation. So we use this word would in situations such as like there's a situation, there's a condition कि मैं आज स्कूल तभी जाऊँगी जब आप मेरे को टिफ़िन में नूडल्स दोगे. सो दैट वे आई वुड गो टू स्कूल इफ़ यू गिव मी नूडल्स. सो दैट वे. So in kind of situation, a reservation, there is some kind of reservation attached to the word. I must go to school is again a strong obligation. Now I should go to school is a mild obligation कि मेरे को स्कूल जाना चाहिए. I must go to school is a very strong obligation. So whenever a teacher tells you that you must do your homework, that is a very strong obligation and that is a duty that the teacher is giving you. So as you can notice in the above statements, that the main word go is always there. Always in an auxiliary verbs, in modal auxiliaries, you will have the main verb supporting the auxiliary verbs. बिना मेन वर्ब के ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स का कोई सेंटेंस का मीनिंग कंप्लीट नहीं होता है. आई मस्ट, फुल स्टॉप, डजंट मेक एनी सेंस. आई मस्ट वॉट, आई मस्ट गो टू स्कूल. आई मस्ट डांस, आई मस्ट सिंग, आई मस्ट पेंट. आई वुड, कोई मीनिंग नहीं, बट आई वुड go to school is a complete sentence. So always remember, modal auxiliaries are always accompanied by a main verb. मेन वर्ब के बिना हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स हो ही नहीं सकते. Now some important rules which we need to follow for modal auxiliaries. The first one is the modals are followed by the main verb and are generally not used alone. Modals are generally not used alone, they are followed by the main verb. This is a very important rule. Ravi can dance very well. Ravi can, full stop, does not make any sense. Ravi can dance. We must, full stop, doesn't make any sense. We must reach early. Second, the main verb that follows a modal must remain in its base form. So always, yes, जो मेन वर्ब होता है जो मॉडल को फॉलो करता है शुड बी इन इट्स बेस फॉर्म, एंड मॉडल को भी आप कभी चेंज नहीं कर सकते. इट माइट बी अ गुड डिसीजन टू लीव दिस प्लेस. वुड यू लाइक टू सजेस्ट समथिंग? नाउ sometimes the modals also act as in a future manner, which we read a little later. For example, if I say I will go to school, So will is automatically future. I would have done it. So would have is automatically past. मुझे करना चाहिए था. I would have done it. मैं ये कर सकती थी अगर. I would. So that way. But you never change the base form of the main verb. Main verb base form मेन वर्ब का बेस फॉर्म में ही रहता है. मेन वर्ब अपना फॉर्म चेंज नहीं करता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई से ही मे कम टू नाइट, आई कैन नॉट से, इवन दो इस सेंटेंस का मतलब है कि वो आज शाम को आएंगे, विच इज़ द फ्यूचर, ही मे कम टू नाइट, बट आई कैन नॉट से ही मे विल कम टू नाइट. कम का बेस फॉर्म जो है विच इज़ कम, फ्यूचर फॉर्म नहीं, विल कम नहीं लगेगा. ही मे कम टू नाइट, सिंपल. So understand the base form of the verb always remains with modal auxiliaries. Modals may be used alone when they replace a verb group in a sentence. In such cases, the main verb is implied in the context. Now, whenever, yes, the modal auxiliaries cannot be put without the main verb. However, in a sentence where the main verb is already been spoken about earlier, उसमें हम modal auxiliaries को use कर सकते हैं, but the context of the main verb has already been set. For example, Priya can cook well. So can I. This so can I means अगर हम ये sentence ना बोलें, if we do not say Priya can cook well, अगर हम सिर्फ ये sentence बोलें, so can I, this will make no sense. We need Priya can cook well because this sets a context for this sentence. सिर्फ so can I का कोई सेंस नहीं बनता. But when we say Priya can cook well, Priya can dance well, Priya can eat well, Priya can study well, उसके बाद we can put so can I. So the context has been set in the previous statement. Do you go to school regularly? Question mark. You should. This means that you should go to school regularly. If we just say you should, और अगर हम ये sentence ना बोलें, this will make no sense. But the context has been set by this question that do you go to school? No, you should. If yes, then very good. You should go to school. So the context has been set in the previous sentences always. So whenever you see that the modal auxiliary is not supported by any main verb, that means that the context has been set in the previous sentence. And this sentence won't be far off. So always remember, modal auxiliaries cannot be in a sentence without the main verb. There always will be a main verb, or a context will be set by the previous statement which will have the main verb. Second, the main verb does not change its form, the modal auxiliaries does not change its form, and they are always used with a main verb. These are the two most important things you need to remember about modal auxiliaries. This was it for today. In the next class, Monday onwards, I'll start with the uses of different modal auxiliary verbs. Thank you so much, students.